Hi folks, thanks for dropping by the New Music Review channel again today. We're going to quickly look at options for sharing your music, what's out there. There's just a few of many outlets for sharing your stuff, and I'm just going to quickly zip through half a dozen of them because people seem to be struggling sometimes to share their music, and where do I share my music to get people to listen to it and followers and subs and likes and all that business. And this is my limited experience of what I've been using. So to get straight into it, I'm going to start on Facebook, of course, which is one of the most popular platforms in that sense for getting your stuff out there and getting it to your followers or trying to gain more followers. So on Facebook, all I did when I was trying to promote my stuff and various things I've used it for, but the key for me was to get onto Facebook, search for all of the music channels and groups that I could find. So in my case here, if you look at some of mine here, I've got Creators Barn, I've got Singer Songwriter, I follow Persona Studio One, musicians, singers and songwriters, Studio One users. This is just because I'm a Presonus user. Make pop music, home studio recording, bands and their fans, and there's more. There's plenty on here. So I joined all of these groups. And then I just try to post not direct links to my stuff because that doesn't tend to go down too well unless you've got an agreement with a moderator. If you've got a service that you want to offer, like a mixing service or something like that, production service, then they will often let you post as long as it's in the spirit of the community of the group. So if you contact the mods, what I found, I did get a couple of my posts removed originally, and then when I explained to them, I sent them a direct message explaining that I wanted to. My aim was actually to promote other bands, not myself. Although, clearly my YouTube channel, Reddit channel, was the focal point of doing it. They allowed it, and so once I've got that, then I can post stuff on all these groups. So it's worth spending a bit of time just looking at the ones which allow you to post your links to your music and best stuff like that. And all of these people, these groups have people on there that you'll come into contact with that are more useful than others. Some of them have got tens of thousands of subscribers, but you only ever hear from the same people all the time. But anyway, Facebook's clearly an option, but use it properly. Let's move over to Reddit. Now, Reddit was something I got onto, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I didn't really use it much. And then I got into it and decided that I was posting my music on other Reddit groups, and what was happening was it was getting removed because there's got some weird things about no self-promotion, you can't push your own channel, all this sort of thing. So I decided, well, the best thing to do is start my own Reddit channel, which of course you can do as well. That enables you to post what you like. So I set my own Reddit channel up, and as you can see at the moment, I've got 170 odd members. The online thing is a bit deceiving, forget that. And this allows people to just post their music, like you can see here, and it gets upvoted. So if you don't know how Reddit works, it gets upvoted by anyone that sees it or listens to it, and then the more upvotes it gets, the nearer to the top of the stream it gets. Otherwise, it's just the latest one that's on there. You can comment on it, share it, whatever you want to do, the normal stuff. But the key to Reddit, I've found, is to go into other groups. Let's say Indie Rock is one that I follow. And now this Indie Rock has nearly 400,000 members. That's a lot of people. So you can post your own stuff on there all the time. No issue with posting your music, your links to your YouTube, whatever you want to do. You can then cross-post it to other. So if you select share, you can cross-post it here or copy the link to another group. So, there's a lot of options here. And when you start searching in Reddit for this, again, probably best to comment on other people's posts first. Spend a few weeks making comments on other people's posts, sharing other people's posts, getting them used to seeing you crop up, and then start posting your own stuff. It's a good option. It's out there. There's plenty of people on there. I use it all the time now. So there you go. Next one, Bandcamp. Now Bandcamp, again, I use Bandcamp, not a lot. I think it's a subscription thing. It works. Lots of people use it. I don't know the full ins and outs of Bandcamp, but it's certainly, definitely an option for you to share your music again. Moving on, Compose. Now, Compose is something that I only got sort of switched onto in the last couple of months. Somebody put me onto it. Can't say as I've had much success with Compose. But there again, maybe I'm not using it properly. It's not really for what I'm trying to do. If you want to get collaborations going or put your music out there for other people to jump on board with, it's definitely useful for that. I get loads of notifications about people wanting collaborations, but in truth, it's quite difficult, I've found, to find a collaboration that works. But that said, it's an option for you to get your stuff out there again. It's free, I think. So just join up, see what you can get out of it. Might be worth something for you. Next one, SoundCloud. Again, SoundCloud. I don't use it as a platform for sharing my work, as in getting people to buy songs. I generally have used SoundCloud for a long time for just posting demos or links to songs that I want to be able to share with some people. The free one is pretty good. You can get quite a lot of songs on there. And again, it works. It's a recognised format. Most people accept SoundCloud links on the forums and such like. So again, SoundCloud's a pretty useful one. SoundBetter. Now, SoundBetter is, people are sharing songs on here, and I joined it, but didn't really suit my purpose again. But it's generally, if you're offering a service such as you're a vocalist, a guitarist, a bass player, whatever, you're offering a service in that sense, or a producer or mix engineer. There's lots of different things on here. And you can, again, I think this is a paid subscription to SoundBetter if you want to actually get anything out of it. But it's another tool that's out there for you to use, and you may end up with a collaboration, or you may be able to offer your service to get yourself a little bit more income. Again, check it out. One of the more mainstreams, Twitter. Now again, Twitter is not particularly seen as a tool for sharing music in such sense, but it does have some uses. And the thing to do with Twitter is, again, it's a bit like Reddit and Facebook, and that is to search for and join and follow everybody in the music that you can find. So that's all of the search for music, audio, studio, indie artists, pop artists, search for all those things, and you will get a whole list of people come up that you can follow. Radio stations, internet radio stations in particular, indie radio stations. Follow all of those and the manufacturers of the kit you're using. So for instance, I'm using a lot of PreSonus kit. I follow all of those people, and every time I publish something, I tag PreSonus in it, because I'm using their kit, and I kind of try and get an image of their stuff or something like that, just to get their attention on the fact that I'm using their kit to produce my music. And they will often either retweet it, or they'll like it, or they'll do something which will generate some action, some more movement, some further movement. So again, follow all of these people, tag them in your links, in your posts, whether you're using a Fender, a Gibson, whatever, Focusrite, Pro Tools, whatever you're using, tag them all in your posts, and you will find that if you continue to do this over time, I'm not talking about 10 times a day, they get fed up of it and they do stop following you. But if you can get them to follow you, again, definitely worth doing. The last one in my little list today, Reverb Nation. Now, again, I am a member at Reverb Nation. I've not used it. You can see here, this is still my sort of signing up thing. I haven't even done my photo. I haven't used it properly at all. It's something I want to get into. I can see here, sync with Facebook, sync with Twitter. Not sure what that means, but you know what? I'm going to get into it and give it a go. So those are my sort of half a dozen quick access tools to get your music out there. You can get a lot of your stuff to an awful lot of people in a very short space of time if you just utilize some of these things properly. Check them out, guys. Good luck. If you got any other ones, there's absolutely loads. I appreciate that. DistroKid, when you go on DistroKid, it distributes to, I don't know, about 20 different platforms, some of which I've never heard of. Say with CD Baby, I guess but that's more for when you've published something in that sense. I'm talking about when you've got it published and you want to start sharing it. So check them all out. Let me know if any of them are any good to you. Which ones are you using? Anything that's brilliant that I'm not even picked up on? Give us a shout and let me know. Okay, guys, good luck.